could do SSF. Now we'll just do a standard. We're going to delete this character anyway, so might as well run it dry. Alright. Let's give this a whack and see how we go. Actually, I know exactly how this is going to play out. It's going to work fine. Should have patched up Heavy Strike. So disappointing. Lost opportunity for the new league. Best thing about this is it's pretty damn forgiving playing Marauder early on. A Jorgen knows where he needs to be, basically. That's pretty good timing, though. Okay, I'll give it to you. Hey, Show, how's it going, man? Just gonna soak up this leveling. Yeah, man, yeah. Now, I'm going to break the stream down into a separate video, so I'll pull in all the details into a separate POV with the items that I level up as I go. And I'll adjust accordingly too, so. I haven't actually had time in between leagues to do this sort of stuff, so it's good to have a little bit of time in the nights. Probably take me like 2 nights to level it up, maybe 3. And in the middle of that, I got like a couple more videos set to come out that I've just got to work on tomorrow night or tomorrow afternoon after work. So because I can. That's all good, man. We'll give Shield Crush a bash first up too, because it's not a terrible skill if you scale it with a bit of bleed early on. Fucking this is annoying though. Oh my god. Thanks for the follow, Lim. Fuck me. I got no mana. Ah! Alright, so I said I wasn't gonna do this the easy way, so we're gonna do this the hard way. Yeah, man, it's on the weekend, so it's pretty good. Man, I'm not... You're never going to convince me to play fucking Ruthless, alright? It's not going to happen. It's just never gonna happen. It was so painful just playing the Ruthless, like, Gold League. Like, fuck that. No way. I'm not doing that to myself. I don't hate myself enough to do that. Alright, so you should get access to... You know what? Why not just, like, level it up straight away? Let's see if I can use it. Hey, Start, how's it going, man? Gotta, like, operate like if we had just, like, got into the, just started the game. So, like, it doesn't hit as hard as, like, the main hand weapon will. Yeah, I think so, man. Ground Slam's always going to be the best pick. And basically, you just get, like, my usual go-to is to get a two-handed weapon and just crack out with Ground Slam. But I'm just interested to see what... Get rid of Heavy Strike. Don't need that crap. Yeah, so like the damage is nowhere near as good if you run Shield Crush from the start. Because you just don't get enough armor on the shield to be able to scale it properly. That's a good point. We'll see how it goes. Sorry, I just got itchy knee. Yeah, because it was a global attribute, wasn't it? Yeah, like it would make... Oh, fuck, there's no... Well, that sucks. That's a 2H sword. Can't do dagger, Ah, fuck it, who cares? Yeah, you could Mule Shattering Steel with Bleed. But at League Start, like... Honestly, Ground Slam's gonna be fine. Shield Crush is gonna suck it. Like, it's not a very good starter skill, but the overlap still does a fair crack of damage. Like, it's not terrible. But like, if we switch it for... Yeah, you're just gonna be better off at Ground Slam. I would go the wrong way straight away. Like, once you get access to Bleed, then... Hey man, how's it going? Then you just basically cheese your way through a Ground Slam. And like, the goal at this stage is to just get to Act 3. And then basically, level 28, you get Shattering Steel, and that's how we're going to crack through the rest of the campaign. Usually I just roll out with Enduring Cry. You don't need to have like crazy Warcry setups or anything like that. Just Enduring Cry to stay alive when you need it. The endgame POB is 20.8 mil on the Jug. Once it's like all the gears in and it's all sort of min-max, but that's not even good min-maxing. That's pretty crude min-maxing. So it's pretty strong. It's like one of the strongest jugs you can get. Ooh, I need that. Testing Shield Crush, man. Yeah, man. So 2HX. So we're just going to chuck this in a secondary setup and just level it up with this. That's what I mean, like, this will level up easily now. 2H axe or two-handed weapon, you just crack through with ground slam. So yeah, you'll have access to weapon trees, which will be really good for early leveling. So you'll be probably able to pull your DPS up like that. That's a really good point. So like the early leveling, there's a couple of handicaps with Onslaught, but really it's not a handicap because we're getting this huge fucking buff that we don't even know the full extent of yet. Yeah, my version is attack speed based. I know, right? The shield's what I'm really excited about. So early on, we can go strength based, but I'm gonna go for life based to build my life base up. Yeah, I'm paying attention. Damn, these drum and bass beats are pretty fat. I'm liking this playlist. So what's everyone playing for their league start at this point? So I saw the EK video from MBX today, basically saying it's still going to be good, but he's not playing at this league. Thanks for the follow, Geek. But yeah, my version of Shield Crush is like crazy amounts of attack. So I ended up in the end game stacking Blitz on my build. So I think I get to like, was it 8.95 APS? And I think that might be with Berserk up, but I'll have to double check that. Ah yeah. Either one, man, you'll do well with either. I sort of, to be honest with you, I miss playing melee, so it'll be nice to just crack in with some melee bullshittery. And we get another early buff off of Ancestral Protector as well. Yeah, that'd be interesting too, man. I feel like there could be some really cool ground slam builds that could come out of that. Oh, what the hell? Hold up. My mouse has just decided to deactivate itself. Fucking every time I'm on stream, something like this happens. There we go. You're not gonna do me like that, mouse. Not today. Yeah, man, EK Ignite should be really good. Like, MBX had his video that he put up, and he corroborated that it's going to be a good build. Like, it's one of the best clear builds out there if you're going to do early mapping and map clearing specifically. Exactly, man. Melee is the way. So one thing that always confuses me with people who are like, oh, this build is too slow, is who are they racing against in league start? So we actually want chance to bleed. I know, right? 6,000 HP regen? Absolutely mad. Yeah, I know, right? Like, I don't understand, like, what Russian people are. If you get to endgame on the first day, you're doing well. Let's turn that stupid bloody Apple. Bloody YouTube. Yeah, exactly. Well, this is where this will get an advantage, because having the attack speed gem available earlier on is only going to buff you up. So like attacking quicker is better. Yeah, like I don't think the changes are bad. Like, and I got shit on in one of my videos on that. People just going crazy about it. And there are a few other creators that have come out and said the same thing. Like, we don't know why people are so like volatile at the start of leagues anymore. Like, the changes aren't terrible. And the changes are so immaterial versus the power being added in with the skill tree system. It's crazy. Like, we don't know what early crafts we're going to get from the new weapon skill trees yet. So it could just be absolutely off the chain, like some of the stuff we could get. Or it could be terrible. Like, we just don't know. Like, one of the good things about this build too is you can just sort of not worry so much about death. Even though realistically we're playing soft league, so you know, we're not really worried about that anyway. Yeah, like, that's where the craziness is. It's like, unless you're a racer, you're not going to notice it. So I just find it really interesting. It's at some point we got to be okay with the changes. Without the changes happening, the game will get stale and you'll get bored. So you do need those changes. As much as you may not like them, there are other ones that they've added that are perfectly fine. Alright, I think I got them all. I wasn't keeping count of everything. Yeah, that's my mindset on it too, man. It's always the same fucking group on Reddit. It's crazy. They just need to calm down. It's just a game. Have fun. Think around some new solutions. It's all good. Whatever, man. We gotta get the SST and then just crash tackle the entire campaign. SST is just ridiculous. I'm just sort of playing this the same pace I would play if I was in a league start. So I'm not going to use Tabby, not going to use any of that shit. So protect the totem, automatic buff, steel skin, bam. I know, right? I was really surprised by people's comments there, because the vast majority of people, they're not using Onslaught from the start. Like, I was just like, what the fuck? I think it's now people are just like, anything that they get taken off them, they gotta cry about it. And it's like, seriously? You weren't even using it. I don't care. I should have the option to use it. It's just crazy. Like, there is a mod that I'm excited about because it's going to make All's Uprisings a lot more valuable, which is the item mod that I noticed on the bow for, like, increased aura effect with increased aura cost, and that could be negated by the effect of an All's Uprising, which would make All's Uprising really valuable. That's what we want there. It'll still be Molten Shell. I'm not too worried about it. I don't think it's a huge, like, disadvantage. Yeah, exactly, man. Like, you don't notice half the shit you do in the campaign because it doesn't matter until you get to endgame. It's just a level. Like, it's the tutorial, for fuck's sake. Like. But there's a lot of people that get upset. It'll be probably bleed SST for a little while. So like faster attacks, it'll probably be like increased projectiles and like bleed, or increased increased melee. Probably be maim, bleed, and faster attacks. But then again, like I could also switch to shield crush from like Act 4. So really like SSTs if you don't have any patience. SSTs just levels, it scales like a madman. Yeah, that's why I like I like Shield Crush over SST. SST is a bit like there. It's good for leveling, but I wouldn't play it as an in-game build. It's good M-game build. You could also go cold SST as well. And you can do that easily on the Raider. Yeah. It's like, yeah, alright. It's true, like, we all use Molten Shell on everything. Yeah, that wouldn't be bad. Accessibility is just the problem in the game. I feel like that's what they really need to address. Make it easier for newer players. God damn it. I'll listen to this track list today. Be on like a couple mil, like 3-4 mil, maybe like 5-6 mil. Like your max cap is like 20 mil, so it's pretty strong. Just having a look. I didn't even have Berserk on this. Fuck, that's powerful. It was 20 mil before Berserk. You could stack Berserk on and do way more damage. Pretty sure. Don't see Berserk in here. Fuck, I built a really powerful build with this one. Yeah, I know. I saw one that was like, if they're gonna add the skill trees in this league, then what happens next league? And it's like, fuck off. Like, they haven't even gotten that far down the path. Like, nobody knows what they're gonna do next league. Like, all you can do is sort of laugh and be like, people are just like, they must be really attached to this game in an unhealthy way, because it's just a game. Like, just play it, have fun. Like, if you have to learn some new mechanics, you have to learn some new mechanics. Absolutely, man. As soon as I get my map completion up with Shield Crush, I will be delving on it. Oh, that'll get you to like, probably like 100 or so. 1 to 200. 3 to 4 mil's fine. Like, you should be pretty well off with that. Like, that'll get you down a little bit. No, this character is very much designed for delving, Shindo. So this character is actually really fucking good at taking down Crystal King, which is what I'm building. So when I sat there, I was like, I was gonna go EK Ignite, and I was like, nah, I'm gonna go this character because this can face tank all. And my whole goal is to get to Crystal Kings early so I can start farming alls. Yeah, Bone Shatter Jugg's still going to be a great build. Like, it's just it's an easy melee build that scales up like nothing else. Like, arguably Bone Shatter Jugg will be better than this build earlier on, but like late game damage, this build's going to excel past Bone Shatter. Yeah, it's the best way to play it. The sooner you get in the delve, the more you'll profit. Like, it's just a good play. I'm gonna chuck Onslaught on this bad boy. Yeah, man, same strat. I'm gonna put out a starter vid tomorrow night around delve and around crucible farming. So I'll run you through where you need to target and what you need to do early on. I'd be a madman if I didn't put a bit out about delve, because I'm really like, let's get everybody interested in delve. Delve is king. Yeah, look, you can play a little bit. What I usually do is sort of like play a little bit of delve, but I don't focus on delve until I've cleared most of my atlas. And like you'll end up finding like the few T16, 14, and 15 maps you need in delve anyway. But as long as you get to red tier and get your atlas up, you're all sweet. Dark Pack can be good in delve. I just haven't seen any builds yet that would be delvable. Yeah, maybe a chieftain build NPC. That could potentially be good with like Blade VP, cold converted to fire, Blade VB Elementalist or something like that. Just sort of riffing. But yeah, delve hasn't changed in a lot of leagues, so whatever, like as many vids that I've put up on delve, they're all applicable. The only thing that'll change is the market rates that things sell for. Man, I just sell fossils and resonators. Resonators is where the money is. With delve, you want to focus on getting azurite as quickly as you can in delve, so hit every single azurite node you can and start, and then so in the first couple days, resonators won't sell for very much because people will still be like leveling up. As soon as the market, convex, and resonators go up in value, that's when it's time to start selling. Yeah, man. Absolution's good. Plus you got a Val Absolution. You'd have like maim, bleed support, and faster attacks. And that should get you through early leveling. Because you can't put melee physical damage on SST because it's a projectile skill. So maim is a good substitute out for that. And then like brutality, and then yeah. But you're only going to use it as a leveling skill, so. Hey Nuclear, how's it going, man? Dude, resonators are the most consistent thing you will ever, like, you'll make so many resonators down in Delve, right, from just, like, selling Azurite to Nico. And then basically you just put them up and you can sell them in stacks of divines early on. It's the easiest way to make currency and really consistent. And you don't even have to go very far down to get a lot of resonators. They tend to drop like fucking madness in the first 200 levels. Yeah, man. I would just level it up with Absolution until you get access to RF, and then once you get your first ascendancy with the Jug, then yeah, switch to RF. Once you get, was it the health regen ascendancy? Can't remember what it's called. I'll tell you what it is now, actually. So once you get untiring, then you just switch to RF 100%. And you're good. So my target is between 250 to 350 usually, and if I can push down to 400 to 450, I'll target down there. I don't usually go further than that, especially when I'm like on a currency grind, because Crystal Kings come up after 130, and Crystal Kings, no matter what level you play it at, are worth farming all the time. They're like, to stack it up, it's like pretty much a fucking 1 out of, like, it's like a 4 out of 5 chance you're gonna get a All's Uprising, and you can either sell it unidentified for like what 2 or 3 divine or 5 divine it was last league, or you can uncut, you can bloody whatchamacallit, you can identify it and set, you know, you might get a malevolence or something if that's what the meta is. Depends on the meta, and you'll be able to sell it for like 30 div. Like I sold maybe 150 div worth of, well, 150 div plus worth of All's Uprisings last league. And then just like divine after divine of bloody resonators. Super profitable. And if you don't get that, you get a Crown of the Tyrant, or you'll get like a ring, and you can craft, I can't remember the rings. You can craft rings out of the ring drops, and you'll make a ton of currency depending on the rolls you get. Which I sold one for like, fuck, what did I sell it for? I sold it for like 50 divine or something like that last league. So Delve is profitable. It's just got to know how to profit out of it. That's why I put the guides up for it. Yeah. No, Delve is different. It's completely procedurally generated, so it's completely different for everybody. Never the same. Hey, Bill. What's your crazy ass idea this league for your league starter? I think I saw you post something in Discord, man. You got your scratch pad with all your Bill's builds for this league that you want me to try once I get some currency? Fucking track list is awesome. No. Poison or ignites. Oh man, I saw that. I was like, man, what are you doing, Bill? Maybe on the Trickster dude? Or the Occultist would actually work potentially with that. I know you got a few builds for me, Bill. You always got builds for me. What's the damage? What are we looking at, man? Oh, that's perfect, actually. Get in the damn... Ah, shit. You can stay on the fucking ground. What do I want? That. Let's just use what I got that dropped for me. Ah, cool. It's not bad at all. Three link. Whew. Damage. Can't do anything with that. Shit. Wasn't supposed to click that. Yeah, it's pretty budget friendly, man. It's like, there's a couple of items you'll need to get. That'll be a few hundred chaos, well, probably be 100 chaos in the first few days. But it's not unattainable. But like day 3, all the gear for it's going to be dirt cheap. Outside of like min and max gear. Yeah, man. This better be decent D&B. Oh yeah, that's right. I can run life tap on this instead of ruthless. Alright. So we just have to get vitality. Like it's pretty smooth to level up. Like this isn't bad to level up at all. Like basically all we just keep doing is upscaling the weapon, and that's about it at this stage. We got life tap and vitality early on, and we'll be pretty tanky, and then yeah, we just chill out and smash shit. So usually you do your lab areas. Yeah, okay. That if you're playing Detonate Dead, yeah, it's doable. What about on the Saboteur, man? Have a look at the Saboteur, because its trigger skills are significantly buffed on the Saboteur with the changes. That sounds like it might be a good opportunity to use Saboteur. True, man. But like, we got access to that skill tree system and the weapons, and we're just gonna have awesome leveling gear from now on. Like, depending on how accessible it is, and that's what we don't know. We don't know how accessible it is. I just don't think the stuff that's been quoted is too bad. I think everything's achievable. Like, I don't mind taking a few. Like, I don't mind having to hit things like 4 times if they're, you know, worth it, like Sawbones. Like, I get the feeling sometimes that people want, like, everything to just be, like, super easy and not gated or anything like that. It's just, like, it doesn't work like that. Yeah, okay. Well, if you put that on the Bills list, I'll have a look at the Saboteur. Because I'm keen to have a look at the Saboteur changes. I reckon it's going to be dope. I reckon playing like Cast on Crit or something like that with like, you know, maybe Blade Blast or something could be really cool with that. Ascendants are really weird to sort of gear up and level because you can go in so many different paths. It's not very consistent. And if you haven't got like a template there, then it's quite hard. But surely there's somebody who's done it. Yeah, this should do well in Expedition and Heist. It's super tanky. I know, right? Free Mage Bloods. Yeah, that's... Yeah, you see being... That's basically what I see from there. Like, will this be able to take down Ubers? It's like, do people understand how hard Uber is? Thanks for the follow, dude. It's like Uber is a specific piece of content that is designed to be almost impossible. Like, not for every build, especially League Start builds. Craziness. I just find it pretty funny when I'm like, can this build do Uber? I fucking hate that question so much. It's like, that's a terrible, not very informed question to ask. So Bill, important question. Can that build you're suggesting do Ubers? Oh dude, we all want a free Mage Blood. Hands down. That or I'll take a damn Headhunter even. Oh shit, I should have stayed in there to see what... Ooh. Cone helmet? Rare cone? Yes. I know, it's crazy. 10C budget, yeah. 10C budget, gotta clear whole end game, be able to delve to 2000 depth, must do all Ubers. Like basically for 10C, the mouse has to click itself and the build has to self-guide and kill everything for you. So you just sit there and like eat your ramen while the game plays. So fucking crazy. Yeah, that'd be pretty good, man. You'll probably find that's probably in the game. Thanks for the follow, Mitchell. Ruthless, switch that out. Now we want Vitality. Got my hand on my heart and my promise 30. Just gonna do this for argument's sake. Let's say I had an alchemy orb drop. Like I said from the start, you're not the only one. Alright. So other thing we want Warlords, Enduring Cry, sorry. So we chuck that on there. That, bam. Alright. A lot of delving is simply around defense. You want a character that has good sort of... I always play high regeneration characters. Never really worried too much about damage, but like ES tends to not do so well. But yeah, a lot of it's just around defense. Can you get it to max block? Can it sustain heavy physical damage? Overcapping res. You need to generally you need to overcap reses to play delve successfully. It's like 12:15 AM. I stream pretty early in the morning. Basically, I play at stupid o'clock. Yeah, Bill's bang on with that. Like, don't play a build just for the sake of playing it because you see like 20 content creators play it. Play a build that you find is fun. And you know what? Not always is that build a great build to league start with. Like, often it's like, it takes a bit of time and you'll make a few mistakes. But yeah, play for fun. Don't play for currency or whatever. Like, especially if you're a newer player, just play a cool build. And if you're a newer player, play a cool build, but just be aware that you're probably going to fuck that build up. So, you know, don't be surprised if you have to play a second build at league start. If you haven't played a lot of melee skills, I'd say Bone Shatter is probably going to be easier to scale. But, like, I'll put a guide up for this and basically do a video talking through how to do it all. And then, you know, it just maybe run a dry run and just test the skill out, level up a character, see how it feels, see how Bone Shatter feels, like if you got a few minutes spare in the nights. Yeah, exactly, man. Like, every build struggles. You always hit a wall that you have to overcome. If it's a build that's going to work, you'll get it through. And then sometimes it's like, it's not worth it. So you just sort of, you scrap the build and move on. Yeah, cast on crit is not a new player friendly build. But it's half the fun though, isn't it? Yeah, look, some of the shit that I see some of the creators putting out there is so complicated. Like, you know, I saw like Brand Recall, like, and I'm not saying that it was marketed as a league starter, but I definitely wouldn't recommend that build as a league starter. It's a terrible build as not as a league starter, sorry, but as like a newer player league starter, I wouldn't recommend that build. That's not good. Too complicated. Brand Recall is not a straightforward skill. Yeah. Like I'm gonna do my second build is probably gonna be Manabon, and it's gonna be like a deep delver. Like every build I'm gonna play is probably gonna be a deep delver, to be honest with you. Shit, I'm already at 400 health without even trying. I just realized how fucking tanky I already am. I'm so natively used to playing tanks. Yeah, man, that's what we're working on right now. I literally got a blank POV that I'll import the tree into after every act. It's a shitty build, man. It's like banking on brand recall bullshit is just not fun. Yeah, that's it. Not everybody has that. Like, I do these tests, I know what's gonna work. And if the build goes bad, I'm just like, oh, well, build didn't work. Yeah, I didn't like that build. I tried it on the Guardian. I don't know why so many people were like, it's so good at Delve, because it's not good at bossing. If the spiders go down, you are fucked. I threw around the idea of Hoa Hop again, but I can't. It's after they nerfed the notables on the medium clusters for that, it's just not worth it. Nah. Anything with Ignite, Elementalist or Chieftain is just going to excel. And even then, Chieftain really doesn't... It's not going to be that great. I would actually say like Armageddon brand Chieftain might be worth having a look at. I actually reckon Armageddon brand Chieftain could be really good. Hey Blaine, how's it going, man? We're just doing a dry level run of Shield Crush, so just leveling up. Yeah, I reckon. Yeah, it can work. It's, yeah. I think everybody has a different playstyle with it. I didn't find it particularly fun, but then it takes a fair bit of investment to get it up to a really good state, so. Plus you need like Squire and stuff like that to really get it to pop. No worries, Blaine. I know a lot of people are asking me about it. I was actually going to do it last night, but like an idiot, I have a resin 3D printer and I may or may not have had a well enough ventilated area, and I may or may not have had issues breathing today until tonight when I started to feel better. I was like, alright, I'm an idiot. I bought a respirator and I'm gonna have to not do that until I get the respirator. It's just too much fun printing and painting minis. This is like some OG level fucking drum and bass from like 10 years ago, and I'm not disappointed by that. So I got a few more. I got another curation video that's coming out, which would be more to Delve focused and non-meta build focused. I've also got a couple of early currency dev guides as well. Yeah. I was like a burning feeling in the chest all day. It was really starting to fuck me up. I'm not gonna lie, I was a little worried. I was like, did I really fuck myself up that badly? Yeah, I'm buying the low odor, like plant-based low VOD to no VOD resin moving forwards. That like standard resin is just way too toxic. Yeah, I'm not going to use the printer until the respirator comes in like 2 weeks time, Bill. That was really dumb. I was like, I probably shouldn't have done that. Well, not probably. I should have been a lot safer. Like I followed every other safety precaution, but you know that one. I thought like, oh yeah, I'd be able to limit it, but yeah, no, bad idea. Whatever, dude. Whatever. You trying to say something here? I'm getting fucking old. Thanks for the follow, Trooper. Where do we travel? Yeah, set to travel downwards now. Like, This is what I mean, like this build is quite strong. Like I'm just using items that I've just picked up. So like I'm already at nearly 500 HP and just cheesing my way through the campaign. So it's slower, it's not as fast, but it's pretty fucking solid. Yeah, I thought about that. I don't have a lot of space in this unit because it's pretty much right just there on the wall. I just need to get a fan to exhaust out the fumes, and then I've got a full like ventilator kit coming with like the the filters and everything on it. So I was like, all right, that should sort of fix it a little bit, and then I'll just open everything up and exhaust the fumes out. But if it sort of persists, I might move it to another side of the house somewhere, but yeah, it's just really hard with a small unit. I got like 2 other printers out. I got 2 FDM printers as well. Just because, 3D printing, why not? I gotta say, the Allego Neptune 3 Pro, fucking amazing 3D printer. But yeah, nothing does minis like a resin printer. Like I'm using a Flash Forge Photo 8.9. It's a pretty good printer. Minis are amazing, or models that it prints are fucking amazing. Nah, I don't, man. That's a problem. I don't have anything like that. I got a patio, but it's not secure to have a 3D printer. So I just got to exercise better ventilation and safety precautions. But I could move it closer to the front door, and I'm thinking that might be the play moving forwards. Yeah, I'm just amazed by 3D printing. It's just so fascinating. It's just like, I can't get over how cool 3D printing is. Like, create something from nothing, basically. Super keen for this weekend because it's a long weekend, which is really good. Path of Exile's coming out this weekend because it's 2 public holidays on the Friday and the Monday. It's perfect. I forgot too, that was it Sunday's Easter? So I've got to go and spend time with my family instead of playing Path of Exile. It's like, god damn it. Ah, cheers man, appreciate it dude. I only know one speed, it's chill. That and listen to sick beats. Which I'm aware probably isn't cool to say anymore, like saying sick beats is probably like, man that's lame, but whatever. I'll own that. Yeah man, I'll be honest with you, I had an Ender 3 as well, Ender 3 Pro V2. No, Ender 3 V2. I got rid of it, I gave it away. I was so sick of having to fucking bed level it every 2 seconds. I was like, screw this, I'm done with this printer. It doesn't really matter what I pick there, I don't need any of those skills. Here it comes. Thanks for the follow, Dan. Drum and bass like that. It's off tone, just not great to listen to. Dude, I still say the word dude all the time. Even when I'm at work actually, I'm like, dude, bro. I'll be like talking to another like contractor or something, like dude, they're like, man, what the fuck? I was like, I used to work at EV Games, like, let me have this. Gotta keep something about yourself when you get older. Yeah, that's what I thought. I think my my filament feeder busted. The last thing is wouldn't feed any filament, and I was like, you know what? Fuck this printer. I'm buying an Aligo, and I do not regret my decision. I think Enders are overrated printers. Like, their quality of print's not bad, but the Aligo, like direct drive, great printer. Lot faster too. Like, I got a VoxLab Aries, which is similar to the Aquila, and like the quality is not as good, but it's not bad printer. Like, it gets the job done. If you're like printing stuff for like cosplay and stuff like that, perfect printer, just cracks through. Honestly, like, this is super easy to level this up with Ground Slam. Crazy easy. I don't know why, you know. It's not as fast as other skills, but it's all G. God damn. I know you're not supposed to follow Mervale's daughter thing here. Come on, boss, send me to Mervale. The 3D printer. So the last thing, I don't like printing like random shit. So my resin printers, I print like models, and I've been learning how to like paint properly and artistic like model painting, which I got that second channel I set up. And then the FDMs I use for like household fabrication and or like, for example, like I've been printing the Leviathan axe from God of War at 80% scale, which is still fucking huge. But it's just really cool. Like, and like little D&D figurines and stuff like that, like it's good for printing that. At least the Aligo has enough detail for that. So, you know, it takes like 4 hours to print a little miniature. Just set it there and forget about it. Thank God for enduring cry. So to get any like bleed modifications here or rolls on gear, that's going to be the preference. So tanky. That's it, man. Though you can get a lot of Warhammer STLs, but I like printing like knights and stuff like that. And then it's a great way to learn how to paint. So I think this week I'm going out to go and buy, what was I going to buy? Contrast paints, because I'm learning how to paint with like normal paints. And now I'm learning how to contrast paint. And I've actually gotten, funnily enough, got pretty good at it. So learning how to like blend colors and like how to use washes properly and stuff like that. It's been a lot of fun. One of the coolest things I've ever learnt how to do. Do not regret it. Would recommend it. Damn it. Need it all red. Oh, perfect. Really? God damn it. Yeah, man. I'd believe that that'd work really well. Yeah, I don't see why not. Like, damage is high enough. Once you get your blitz stacks up, like, this gets cull as well. So, yeah, it'd be pretty good for that. Oh yeah. Yeah, I can't justify spending like $80 on 5 miniatures or whatever. It's just, it's, you know, who has that type of money? Like, whereas 3D printing, you can print your armies, and you know, if you're learning how to paint, you can print as much as you can afford resin for. Yeah, I've bought a few minis off Mini Factory, and I fucking love Mini Factory. They have such good, like I've got a few that I want to print that I've bought. It's like full blown like knights and shit like that. It looks awesome. It's so fascinating. I've got them stacked up on my side desk at work, and my staff were like, "This is really good." They're like, "We didn't think that you did anything outside of work," and I was like, "Well, I have a life, like." Yeah, you could definitely do that. Yeah, that's pretty awesome. I gotta say, like, this build's just chill as. Like, you're not struggling, like, you're not gonna die every 2 seconds with this. Yeah, if you're doing early leveling, Devotos would be really good if you can get your hands on it. Absolutely. But drop in 10%, was it 10% global physical damage for like 16% attack speed and movement speed and whatever? It's pretty good. Shield Crush I could switch at Act 4. Realistically. So just gotta double check and make sure I'm... Just getting a notification from YouTube that it doesn't like my audio. Dude, RF is a great build. If you have a look on my channel, I've got a 6,000 life regeneration RF build that I rolled out for Delve last league. I got to like 600 or 700 depth with it, without like mage blood or anything like that. I was just stacking Surging Vitalities because I thought it'd be funny, and then it ended up working really well. No worries, Fluffy. RF is just great for everything. It's good all around the build. Really easy to level up on the jug too. Super tanky. Like, you almost can't fail with it sort of build. So if you're looking at playing them, I'd say, man, do it. Play it. It's a great build. Pox has got some good builds on it. If you get the Delve, run my build, it'll do you justice. But yeah, it's pretty cheap to get started on the jug as well. And Unbreakable just makes a really good build on the jug. Hey man, look, I would say don't start delving until you get past the axe and you get into mapping and get up to like red tier mapping. And that way you can sustain your soul fight. Thanks for the follow, dude. Yeah, dude, it's a guaranteed build that's gonna get you into, you know, endgame pretty quickly and easily. I need a better weapon. Come on, kill him. Damn regeneration. I think either or, man. Both builds are going to work, Bone Shatter or this. It just depends on preference. Like, this build, I actually prefer this over Bone Shatter. But, yeah, like Bone Shatter is going to work perfectly in Delve. This will work fine in Delve. This will probably be a little harder to get to the same damage earlier than Bone Shatter, but it will eventually supersede Bone Shatter. Because it ends up being easier to get the uniques for this than a 700 or 800 DPS two-handed axe. Because that's pretty expensive. Yeah, dude. Oh, shit, you just reminded me. I gotta pull a tree in. What do I call this character again? So we're gonna go Axe 1. Yep. Cool. Yeah, man. It's down to personal preference. Like, just depends on if you feel like playing Bone Shatter or if you want to play Shield Crush. Like, they're two melee builds that still work really well in the game. So either way you go, it'll still be fun league for you. And like, I'll have a leveling video out by like probably Thursday night, hopefully, or Friday night before the league starts. So. Yeah, two-handed plus plus like a ground slam and with bleed tends to be pretty good until like Act 3, and then that's usually when you can equip your level 28 skill or whatever. What level am I now? 16. Yeah, I reckon, man. I'm just keen to see how hard it will be to put the skill trees on the unique items. Nah, man, I'll be playing Shield Crush for delving. Super strong. Plus, it's got good AoE, so you don't need to scale up any AoE or anything like that. Well, you do need to scale that up in your gearing, but it's natively got good AoE. Corrupting Fever is probably better. Like, the problem with Lightning Arrow is you need Crystallized Omniscience for it to take off. Whereas Corrupting Fever, you don't need that. But Corrupting Fever is shit with bosses. That's the only thing you'll have to keep in mind. You could start Corrupting Fever and then switch to Lightning Arrow or whatnot. But I was pretty wary about playing bow builds from League Start because they're notoriously expensive to get up into endgame at a good level. I know they get peddled a lot by some creators, so I don't ever think they're good ideas, especially if your experience isn't as high with playing them. Like, I'm not good at bow builds, so I usually steer clear of them. Might go down into this node down here so I can get some additional damage. Yeah, theoretically, yeah, because the power spike off the itemization and skill trees, arguably Ubers will be more achievable. Like, that's my understanding of it too. Yeah. Tried them a few times and it's like, I do know Toxic Rain will be really good, but Toxic Rain's always really good, so just depends on what people are feeling, like whether or not they want to pedal it. Like Bleed Bow potentially will work as well. Yeah. Yeah, they ruined Lacerate Gladiator. I miss Lacerate. Like, I did play Lacerate Gladiator with the Jack a few leagues ago, and it was like, this is okay, but it's pretty squishy, and just, problem is it's melee, and melee is just not in a good place, and they just won't do anything about it. What was I doing with that? Yeah, I know, man. Yeah, that's biggest problem with so many players. There's Ubers are even from some of the longest standing players are not even achievable. Like I know players with thousands of hours who still haven't killed a single Uber. It's too hard. Like I got one buddy who has never even killed Shaper, and he's been playing for years, but he just gets enjoyment out of playing the game. Hey Noob Kaka, how's it going, man? Yeah, that's right. Like, the second we put up any guides, then they just go through the roof. Yeah, paper, yeah, that's right. Nah, it's that part of the problem is like people see like the streamers playing their builds, and it's like they don't like the problem with the way the builds are sold is like, oh yeah, you just have to do this, and this, but you know, it's also requires 20 hours a day to do this. Yeah, like there are some drops off Ubers like Progenesis which are worth it, but I don't enjoy playing Ubers. Like I like killing Crystal Kings because it's fun. Yeah, well that's it, dude. And even that you know the United Dream has been nerfed this league, but it'll still be pretty playable with Ghastly Eye stacking for poison. Yeah, man, that's what I mean. Like, you don't have to go and kill Ubers to have fun. Like, it's a good game outside of that. Dude, Maven is a shit boss, and I wish they'd fix that memory game. Atlanta, it depends on your preference. Like, I think it's better than Bone Shatter, but also, I don't really like Bone Shatter. Whereas other people who like Bone Shatter be like, it's shit. Bone Shatter definitely scales really well. And this scales well too, but Bone Shatter scales a little better at League Start. This takes a little bit more investment. Oh, Obu, you gotta believe in the heart of the cards to find the Crystal King. You just gotta be persistent, and you'll find it. I usually farm him around 250 depth, and he pops up a fair bit. At least once a night. I think I found like in one cluster, I found like 3 or 4 balls in one cluster this league. It was crazy. I was like, damn, is that 3 alls in a single spot? Holy shit. We're eating well tonight, boys. Fuck, keeps putting it on. Just gotta switch the audio because otherwise my stream's gonna cut out and I don't want that to happen. So, stupid. That's what I was looking for, Valiant. Play all. Here we go. Perfect. Yeah, they did remove it, but the other side of that is, all that means is you just have to stack more on your Ghastly Eyes, and it'll be 2 extra Ghastly Eyes. And then you'll be looking for a 100% roll on Darkness and Throne now, because it got increased from 70 to 100% on max roll. 75%, so it's like 75% to 100%. So it'll just be like 4 15% Ghastly Eyes and 100% roll on a Darkness and Throne instead of 2. That's the only difference. And people got real upset about that, but it's not a huge disadvantage nor change. It's 2 dual sockets. Like, it was already an overpowered as all shit build. So, you know, it's not a huge handicap. Hey, always good. All is super profitable, man. I earned hundreds of div off all last league. The uprisings with the right roles like Determination and Purity Elements and Malevolence last league, super profitable. No, so level up with like Ground Slam or like Shattering Steel, and then use Shield Crush when you get access to Multi-Strike, which is in Act 4. Or you can run SST at level 28, or Special Shield Throw at level 28, and scale up with SST. Either or. That's what I'm doing this for. I'm doing a leveling run. Yeah, man. The disadvantage to using Shield Charge, though, is obviously you can't leap over stuff. But yeah, you can use that. It's fine. Yeah. Was that Captain Lance's build, I think? Which is a good build. It'll be a good build. Be pretty cheap, too. That's all good, man. I sort of knew what you meant. Subtractum, that's the name I was looking for. Yeah. No, that's a good build. Like, no issues there at all. That'd be a good build. I saw that, and I think he was taking some shit because he had like some dirt cheap crafts on it or something like that. And you always get people that throw salts. Like, how dare you say that Hrim Sorrow is going to be an easily attainable item at League Start? It's going to be the most impossible item in the world. Yeah, that's usual crap. Yeah, they did. But that was an OP skill anyway. Yeah, that's it. Well, what is it? Gazzy was saying that Syndicate Operatives are back this league, potentially. So you'll be able to play Syndicate Operative Phantasms again. Spectres, sorry. I said Phantasms. But I bet you nobody's talking about the fact that ED Contagion is probably still stupid OP. And it'll still work. Did somebody actually put a Val Reap League Starter video up? Who the fuck did that? That's not gonna work. It's gonna be like, what, a Mage Blood on fucking League Start? That's a terrible idea. Sounds expensive. You get SST at level 28, which is, I think, Act 3. Yes, Act 3. Pretty sure. Do both those things. No, I didn't. Yeah, exactly, man. Yeah, it's okay, skill. It works. But you could follow any ED guide, it'll still, it's never changed. Yeah. Thanks for the follow, Cole. Nah, we're just gonna go something reliable and relatively safe with Shield Crush, and then I'm gonna go Manabon because I really want to play Manabon this league. I want to make like some crazy fucking tank characters that can face tank Ubers and Delve at the same time. Ooh, that's a good song. I like that. It's a good beat. Are they though? I don't know. I'll be honest with you guys. I don't watch a whole lot of other creator videos. Like I look for guides based on what I read in the analytics and PoE Ninja generally. But I don't actively follow. MBX is the exception. MBX is I like following MBX. I really like his videos actually. It's actually a pretty cool video or content creator. And his build's always so crazy, like it just goes from 0 to 100. So he's like one of the creators that I enjoyed following before I was a creator. Yeah, man, you could level this up as RF and then switch to Shield Crush if you wanted to do that. It's basically using very similar nodes. It's like highly defensive nodes. Nah, man, I'm not gonna play SSF this league. I don't have the patience. I don't have enough time over the coming months either. Yeah, that's fair enough, dude. Poleaxe, that looks like an upgrade. Hey, Sayus, how's it going, man? Oh, yeah. You had some lucky drops early on. Yeah, man. Bone Shatter Slayer will work. That's been it's worked. That's worked each league for the past however many few leagues. Oh, you're lucky. I had a double Tabula Rasa drop in the first hour of last league. It's pretty fucking crazy. I couldn't believe it. I was like, fancy the luck. Oh, go away, you stupid rower. Get lost. Don't follow me. This fucking a-hole. Fuck this guy. Alright, fine. Let's roll. Let's do this. Just following me around. I'm gonna start with this build, man. Shield Crush. Pretty keen to play Shield Crush, Jug. Oh, that's pretty good. That's definitely an upgrade. Yeah, that's true. Man, Mage Blood just fixes builds. It's a build fixer. Once you get one, it's easy mode after that point. There's no challenge left. It does, man. And you just like, you gotta have some serious fucking RNG for that. Like, you just gotta be blessed by the RNGesus. Worst thing about that is like, I can't roll out with like, I wouldn't be able to roll out with that item and use it in a build guide because it's just a build fixer. Can I buy Herald Gem? Pretty big damage increase, actually. I got to about 600 with that, without Mage Blood. It's pretty tanky. Probably could have pushed deeper, if I had the patience. Yeah, that's a pretty good build, man. I don't have that command on the channel, man. Ooh, not me. But you can hold me to the fucking whetstones, man. Yo, you son of a bitch. You used 20 whetstones, you fucker. Look, I got one chaos there, right? Oh, I think we could do bloody ivory tower builds without having to have the, what was it, the flask that mitigates chaos damage from bypassing energy shield. I reckon you could actually run builds that don't require shavs to do low life with that. So I actually think it's pretty good because there's a few other places where you can get that mod. It's a belt that drops from Cyrus that gives you that particular role as well. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, crucicating elixir, yeah. Yeah, I reckon you'd be able to play like low life builds without having the shavs with that. So, which would be really fucking cool. So I'm pretty sure there's some mods you can get around that too. Like at this stage, this is where I say like melee is definitely not dead because this is pretty smooth. Once we get SST, we'll be well off. Thanks for the follow, Bogdan. Test here is, can it kill Oak easily enough? Answer is yes. So it's doing plenty of damage. Yeah, Bone Shatter could be better, but I'm not too fussed about it. I don't really worry about that. Fuck off. Fucking, no. You cannot shit on me for using 20 whetstones. Like, that's an unfair advantage. How dare you use those 20 whetstones? Fucking hell. I wouldn't be surprised. I'll put it in the fucking video saying, look, I did have access to 20 whetstones, so not gonna lie, I did use them. Yeah, I'll come up with a better way. There'll be a way. It may also be in the skill trees on the items as well. We don't know that yet, so potentially that might be a really good way to do it that way. Fucking whetstones. Like, this is outrageous. What a fraud. He used whetstones. Yep. I just did oak with absolute... Well, I cheesed it with 20 whetstones, didn't I? Ah, shit, I should have went up there. "20 whetstones is the equivalent of using a mage blood from League's Heart." Fucking hell. You're like, "You whetstone using bastard." Oh, fuck YouTube. It's constantly like, "You're using copywritten audio." What fucking audio isn't copywritten? It's all copywritten. I gotta say, like, it's just nice and chill to level up with this. Like, there's no effort required here. Like, it's so tanky, you just don't worry about anything. It's not a huge game changer. Oh, Savitar, I can guarantee you are bang on that point. Like, if you say a single thing or make one minor error, there will be at least 10 people waiting in line to shit on you over it. It's absolutely bizarre. And you're just like, okay, cool, like, great observation, like, alright. I wasn't across that. Yeah, it should improve pretty significantly. Given that I can get just a moderately okay shield. No effort. The whetstones are carrying me right now. The real winner of this leveling process are the whetstones. Yeah, nah, there's always a fucking smart ass that wants to throw shade at you. I think it can be both globally and on the weapon itself. That's what it looks to me. Oh, dude, yeah, people are so fucking ridiculous. It's just like, come on, really? Like, get over yourself. I think in one of my videos I basically predicted the comment of what someone would say, and they called me out on it, and they're like, "Oh, by the way, you don't have to be a smartass about it and and shit on your audience." So I don't shit on people who watch my channel. I shit on people who throw shit at me. And I'm like, you're just getting upset because I called you out before you and even said the comment that you're thinking of. And I'm like, I'm not going to apologize for that. And I'm going to run my channel my way. So... Yeah, Ground Slam's really good, man. If you know how to level with Ground Slam and build the tree properly early on, Ground Slam's really good. Ground Slam on its own right, can actually be a fantastic skill to use. It's just not played anymore, but it's actually quite good. Yeah, it's this guy, I got the impression he just didn't like the fact that I called him out insult. And it's like, I'm not going to apologize for that. And I think my comment these days is, if you act like a fuck in the comments, you will get roasted, because the community around, I guess, the Filthy Exile sort of channel and whatever, is of constructive, positive approach, not this fucking hyper hostile, anti-fucking developer approach. So, and I have absolutely no reservation. Like, I'm pretty civil with everything. But if somebody calls me a name or something like that, I'm not going to tolerate that. I don't get upset. I will just roast the fuck out of people. It's unacceptable. Like, you know, we're all adults. We treat each other with respect. There's no need to throw shit at people. It's not what adults do. So we want... That could increase my damage. I can't really use that. We need that though. Yeah, you'll do it this way. Thanks for the follow, Nick. Yeah, it would be, man. Like, if you got 1C, it'd be worth putting 1C into just a good shield or whatever. It'd do you justice. Yeah, I reckon. Thresholds. No. It's unfortunate to see how hostile people can be online, but it's like, oh, it is what it is, but you don't have to take it. Damn, this is actually just slapping like a fucking truck. Ground Slam does not give a fuck. Yeah, I know, right? Oh, my feelings. I'm so hurt by that insult. Yeah. That's very true, man. Nah, I don't take kindly to people throwing salt at others, and I just don't care enough. We all don't have enough hours in the day to put up with shit like that, so. Yeah, we're all just out here hustling by, so. It's crazy that people behave the way that they do. I do, and I shouldn't, but I'm doing it right now. If you go to the Twitch, you'll find that it's active on there too. I prefer Ground Slam. Sunder just feels really weak. Especially when you get to like Act 3 and whatnot. I tried it in when I tried Hardcore this league just passed. I wasn't a huge fan of it. Exactly, Alira's just getting all those whetstones to the face. Like, here, take my whetstones. Hey Mark, how's it going, dude? No. Oh, Ryan, huh? Didn't even realize you were in here. Do what I want, Ryan. I'll do what I want. Tell me how to live. You in Perth now? I don't have that command, man. I need to figure out what the... It's neither, it's an iced latte. I figured that. I just noticed you in the comments. Thanks for the follow, dude. Man, Shield Crush it is. Yeah, this should be fine for Harvest. Basically anything that can survive Delve can survive most other game mechanics. It's yeah, you should be fine with this for playing Harvest. Oh yeah, that's fair enough. You just gotta hustle. You gotta work hard. Get that dollar. Get those dollars. So far, so good, dude. The test is going pretty well. I'm just chilling as I'm doing this. God damn it, I went the wrong fucking way again. This build's a solid contender. Like leveling this up at Ground Slam is a no-brainer. It just works. 6 levels away from 28, so we'll be able to get SST pretty quickly. Yeah, a lot of the builds that everybody else puts up are so weak. Every league, they put up the same shit as well. And every league I'm like, fucking hell, like... You know, tanky builds is where it's at. Fucking on me about these whetstones, aren't you, dude? Leaks comes out 5 AM Saturday morning in Australia. Usually, 5 to 6 AM. Oh yeah, Alpha, how's it going, man? I actually tried EK Ignite, and there's a whole leveling guide I put up the other day for that, and it was super fucking powerful. So if you had Wave of Conviction, it's super fucking powerful, really good. This is just like you turn your brain off and walk around with like 1000 HP and don't even need to do anything else. What's that node got? 10% increased attack speed would be pretty game changing. I was originally going to go EK Ignite, and it was a hard decision between the two. Yeah, man. I'll have the leveling tree up for this for you, so you go crazy. Well, you got this stream to refer to if you want to refer to the stream. This will all be up in the back catalogue on the channel, so I might do some thumbnails up for these. So I'll be streaming the next like 3 nights until I get it to endgame. I'll finish Act 10. And then yeah, just use this as an example of how I leveled this. Like, if anything, you're going to have more power thrown at you because you have the leveling system in the weapons, so... But this should be able to handle the new Crucible content as well. Dude, I usually, like, I'm peaking on no sleep, and then I, like, play until, like, maybe 2 o'clock in the afternoon or 12 o'clock in the afternoon, and then I take a break for a few hours and then hop on for a night stream. I tried like 24 hours straight once. It was the stupidest thing I could have done. Oh, dude, I'm going to do a video on how to actually get into, like, start Delve out and everything. So, yeah, there'll be a video out in the next day for that. Probably tomorrow night. Yeah, man. Tank builds is just where my heart is. I fucking love tanky builds. It's just more fun. Like, you just chill out and watch Netflix, or like in my case, I stream, so I can talk to you guys and chat while I play. Otherwise, if I was like sitting here like eyes glued to the screen, it wouldn't be fun. Yeah, it's really weird that they reworked the what was it, the Pathfinder and the, what was the other one? Saboteur? I found that really odd because Gladiator was almost unplayed, and same with Chieftain. Like, they were not played very much last league. It would have made sense for them to rework those two ascendancies instead. Fuck yeah, Delvers for the chads of the game. Yeah, dude, it really is. It'll give you the currency you need, man, to basically move up into the game and play different builds and get access to items that you didn't previously or weren't able to get. It's very much made for, like, consistent. It's a consistent farming strat for those of us like yourself who work or have kids and stuff like that. Whereas, like, it doesn't rely on, like, having to learn these ridiculous mechanics and, like, flipping and all the rest of the crap. It's just like, go in, farm some resonators, profit. You have the tech for 3.21. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, that's it, man. Base tanking is where it's at. Okay, that's really interesting. Good call out, man. Incandescent Heart and Zabiqua. Okay. We'll try that out. I'll be running through a series of different builds. Once I get some currency in the bank from all farming, then yeah, smash it out and see how we go with a build with that. Ooh, that's a big armor increase. Yeah, it should be. If you play a JUGG variation, it should be fine. If you have a look on PoE Ninja and just look for SRS jugs and or filter the SRS builds by depth, you should be able to find some good example trees that you can run in Delve. The only thing you'll have to compromise on is you'll have to run a couple more Ghastly Eyes to get the poison on hit up, because obviously United Dream got nerfed. Or changed, you can, either way you look at it. Ooh, that's a big buff. I reckon we'll be able to play Shavs without Shavs, or Low Life without Shavs, and stack ES. I actually think it's a really cool change. I'd definitely be keen to try a build with it. They didn't say, so it could. If you have a look at the base item that it gets, so you have was it the blessing that you apply to it? And so the base item, they changed it 60% chance to wither or whatever it is, or 60% wither effect instead of poison on hit. So potentially it's changed because the base item's changed. That's the way that I read it. But it could also be very likely that United Dream, because I think the base is severed or whatever it is, severed in whatever. It could also be the case where United Dream actively wasn't changed. So I'm not sure 100% on that. So we won't know, because they only said the mods that had changed on it. They didn't say if the actual poison on hit had changed. Be really funny if we find out actually they didn't change it and everybody was upset for nothing, even though you can get around that anyway by just running more poison on hit gems with 100% darkness and throne. So you can now craft that up from 75 to 100%. I don't, do you mean like loot filter? I just use Neversinks. Yeah, that's it, Ubla. It's not practical for the average player to have those sorts of strats. Like, Or you got to invest like how many div into like... Oh, I better go back to the thing. I bricked this instance before. Oh, if it's got poison fucking chance, you're good. Then on that basis, there's no nerf at all. So, you know, it's United Dreams. Fucking SRS builds are still going to be one of the most played builds in the league in that case. Oh, so basically everybody was upset over nothing. If anything, it'd probably be harder to get because of the changes. I haven't read the FAQ actually. I need to read that FAQ. I saw it come out today. So, well, there you go. Like, everybody was upset over Poison SRS being impractical, and I put it in the curation, and I defended it, because I went, you could get around it anyway, but it's still there, and it's going to be fucking OP still, so... Fucking crazy. I've never made it to wave 30, because you need, like, a build that does a higher level of damage than the builds that I generally play. I can usually survive for a pretty long time, up to like, I think highest is like wave 28. But like builds like Cremation and stuff are better equipped. Or like Spark. Nah, I don't think it'll launch up. I think it'll launch by Christmas this year. Yeah, that's it, Riley. Like, that's was like... I say the same thing every fucking league. People going about, oh, the builds are ruined, and it's like, no, they don't seriously think that they're going to completely rip every build in the game. Like, that's just stupidity. People just get upset over nothing. Thanks for the follow, man. Appreciate it. Like, those of us who have been putting together build guides for a very long time, and I notice a lot of creators that have very similar comments to mine. It doesn't change as much as people think. Like, the only reason why builds go out of meta often is because people think, oh, they read the patch notes and they just go by default, oh, it's not playable. But it still is. Like, damn. That's actually, I got some good drops on that. Holy shit. Woo! Woo-hoo-hoo! Fuck me, that is a fucking ridiculous drop. Am I allowed to use 20 whetstones on that, or am I going to get bloody griefed on that? That was really unethical. Yeah. Because I could just switch my helm out right now and run... that and have non-stop onslaught. Oh yeah, man, they just need to fucking chill out over there. Let's just get way too upset over nothing. So that was actually a pretty good drops. Every single drop I got off that, like... Is that approval that I can use the whetstones? That's true. I've made 2 chaos already. Alright, I'm using the fucking whetstones. And I'm gonna go do lab because I can. Who needs onslaught support? Literally just run a thrill steal. Like, this is what I mean, man. Like, the fucking put leveling uniques in here, they give you free permanent onslaught. Like, I don't understand what people are getting upset about. It's just craziness. I'm gonna whetstone that mofo. It just, I fucking just does my head in. It's just like, what are we getting upset for? Oh, totally, man, totally. How dare I get a completely superfluous RNG drop? Just, fuck me, right? Alright, let's roll out. I'm Pretty sure I can do lab like this. You wouldn't normally do lab this early, but you got to finish these 3 ascendancies. Well, trials usually. Just realized it's 129. What the fuck? I just want you in my room. Don't mean to consume you, but you have this thing that just makes me feel so big. You're bad and so rude. This I want you tonight. Yeah, I know, man. It's gonna be a good league. Look, I'm pretty confident with this league because I haven't touched like minion damage or anything like that. I think it's gonna be solid. Like fucking whetstones. This is outrageous. What the fuck is this? I gotta say, I've never used Thrill Steel before because I just never thought to use it. It's actually really good. Like, they're removing the ability to gem in Onslaught, but you can still get Onslaught. Like, they're not removing the effect or skill itself. It's more like a additional attribute or buff. It's not really a skill. It should never have been a support. And that means you could stack Onslaught with Momentum early on. You could actually be way faster than if you just had Onslaught. Can't stand that song. Look at how fast I am. Look at me go. Arriba. So I got no like leveling gear that I artificially equipped onto this, by the way, and this is what I'm doing without any other sort of just gear drops that I got as I played. And I'm like 9 levels under what I should be to take this guy on. So is this really strong at leveling? Yes. This is outrageous. How dare you? How dare you do lab this early on? This build is fraud. You're misleading everybody. Nah, man, yeah, exactly. For people who misread them and just yeah, this helmet's fucking OP, man. It's cray cray. It's just that's what I mean. Like people getting upset about, oh, it's a nerf. But if you get this helm, couple it with momentum, you get like a crazy speed buff, like way more than what you could get previously. Momentum will stack with onslaught. That to me just seems crazy. I'm not sure, man. I was having to play around with something to do with that build earlier on, but I didn't really pull it apart very far. I may have a look at it during League. I'm not sure if I'm going to look at it before League start, though, because it wasn't my build that I put together, so... But it might be... I'll have a suss. I'll have a play with it, because it looked like a really cool build. Melee never really left. It's just how you play melee. Yeah, I'm gonna say, like, people are gonna learn really quickly, like, just a little bit of brain power and understanding game mechanics, and you'll be able to level up so much faster. Yeah, I wouldn't play that build on League Start. I had to muck around with it. It's pretty... It requires a lot of gear to get working properly. Oh yeah, like Who looks at the fucking saw? That's what I mean. There's a difference between like people complaining and a dude who's played 7,000 of Path of Exile. Like, it's, you know. I'll be honest with you, half the time I'm reading the fucking chats, I'm not actually looking at the screen. I'm looking at the screen right now, that's about it. And this is why you run dot early up, because the bleed really does a lot of the work here. You're just running around in circles the whole time. Just gotta stay out of his big hits. Though it's getting a bit choppy now. I need to run around and kill some more ads. Yeah, I feel like it got a buff too. Like, other people disagree. I think there's more buffs there than what people are. I think people just don't know how to read patch notes. Damn stun. Fucking hell. Well, what's that? Really? I don't have any guides for that, no. Thanks for the follow, Daniel. Yeah, I know, right? Look, you either go big or you go home. That's how you play this game. Maybe eventually, Ruby. I don't really like. I think Spark's a really cool build. I just don't play it. I always like challenging builds that are like a little more sort of fringe, because I find it more interesting. Otherwise, I get really bored. I hate playing what every other creator's playing. Yeah, man. Like, this is the way I like to play PoE. Just run this mega fuck off Chad build, just walk through the game, nice and easy. Level 25 while doing a 33 zone without thinking about it. Dude, you could. There's a hammer that gives you double damage if you play Glacial Hammer or any melee skill. I rolled it out last year. I can't remember what it's called though. Not last year, last league. Fuck, I don't remember what it's called. But if you're gonna do Glacial Hammer, get that hammer. It's like a blue looking hat. Frost Breath, that's good call, man. Yeah, Frost Breath. What NPC said. Frost Breath is the single best item you could get. If you can get it for 1C or 2C day one, then do that with Glacial Hammer and you will have a fucking great league start. I actually have an Inquisitor build that you could play, uses Yoke of Suffering, and it gets pretty good DPS. You break that Firefall. That Fireflaw is my bitch. Yeah. If you're on Yoke of Suffering with Frost Breath, you're gonna have a good time. Yeah, I played it last week. I put up that build with Crystallized Omniscience on the Zerker and Jug. You're basically any melee skill in the game to work with Frost Breath. Frost Breath is OP. Fucking busted item, nobody uses. I didn't really test Bone Shatter. I tested, like I used it as a sort of test for Frost Breathing, and it worked, but not well. Not as well as if you had a two-handed axe. Like, if you're gonna do Bone Shatter, Garatha's Ratha's build from 3.19. That was pretty good. Too many ads! Too many ads! Zoom it up! Zoom it up! Don't stop! Fucking love this game. Oh my god! That fucking hurt! Come at me, come on! This guy is yeah, so Frost Breath with Heat Shiver is really powerful. I think I got like almost every melee skill in the game working, even Chain Hook with Crystallized Omniscience. It's basically a no-brainer build. If you win Zerka, you can just base tank shit with it. Oh shit. Yeah, man. It'll work well for you. Oh, no! You see him coming, he's just like, come over here, you little rat. I'm gonna smash you. And I'm like, nope, nope. You're not fucking touching me. Wish I had cull on my damn. I should put cull on my thing. I don't think I can though. Oh shit. Fuck that. That's not worth dying over because I want my ascendancy. Alright. So, a few things you can do, but I always like going unflinching. Because getting endurance charges to generate that quickly or that early is always a benefit. So, that means because we got that extra defense, we can go Impale. And we can start stacking Impale. And I actually need to get Dread Banner as well. Oh shit, Word of Fury on hit already. Woo! Lucky. Yeah. Fuck Azaro. That was all skill. All skill. 24 hours a day, all skill. Yeah. Oh. You know what? I gotta say, like, oh, fuck, I didn't even have my vitality up the whole time, so that would have been an easier fight if I didn't turn my vitality off. There you go. I fucked up. That could have been an easier fight. Yeah, look, if this gives you an idea of how strong this is to level up, even without SST, then, you know, it's a very easy build to play. And now I just generate constant endurance charges, so I basically just won't die. I was just liking it to lab buff or just fuck you up. Yeah, like, look at this. I'm Speedy Gonzalez with one bloody leveling unique. That drops almost constantly. Like, and then if you stack momentum on this, on a 4-link or attack faster attacks, you just be fucking mowing through the game. So I don't know where the misconception is. I think it's just a lack of understanding. But I reckon actually the changes will be better for racing. Yeah, exactly, man. Oh yeah, I forgot to turn the fucking aura on. That could have made that fight even easier. All you do is just run around a fucking circle. Like, look at the damage. Bam. Oh, such a weak. So weak. Fucking 3 hit him. With a 3-link. And it's not that I'm making this game look easy. It is literally this easy. Oh shit, that's right. I was supposed to do the, hold up. I gotta bring the tree in. Act 2. Done. Yeah, exactly, man. I am genuinely enjoying the game. It's fun for me, so. Very long day today, so I'm actually just enjoying sitting here playing. Nah, I never try speeding. I never play this game to speed through. Like, I could. It would be nothing to learn that mechanic, like how to actually run bear trap or whatever the fuck it is, and well, smoke mine, sorry, and all that crap. But I just don't find speeding through a game like this fun. I like taking my time. No bone zone. Shield Crush would be Act 4 when you get multi-strike, and then it'll be doable. But for now, SST would be a better skill to switch to as soon as I get it. Like, arguably, I could just keep playing this like this for however long until it wears, you know. But yeah, Shield Crush would be Act 4, multi-strike. Once you get attack speed, you're good, and you just crack through the game like it's nothing. Finish the maps before you start delving. Like, you can do a little bit of delving if you want, just to push down and level it up and get that initial soul fight capacity and whatever. But I'm going to do a video on that anyway, man, so I'll explain all that in the video I got planned for tomorrow night. I'll give you the sequence of what you need to level up, and also when you start. Similar to the Atlas guide. Pie these down. Get the Tolman's bracelet. Get my shit together. Oh, it's attack speed, so you really need a lot of attack speed when you play
there is nothing else.
SST. Or Shield Crush, realistically. It's just a quality of life thing, mainly. Otherwise, the skill feels really bad. At least that's the way. Like, you can stack up shitloads of, like, fizz damage. Some people do that, and they hit, like, once. I like having a faster multi-strike sort of approach to running Shield Crush, so this depends on how you play it. Oh, dude, Delve is easy. If you follow the video I put up last league about Delve, and I'll put a like how to start it in league start video tomorrow night or maybe the next night, then Delve is a piece of cake, man. I got a pretty robust guide there, super easy. Yeah, so I never run it from the get-go. I always level up like this, and then I'll run Shield Crush once I got the right gearing. Clear Speed's really good because it has it runs Mark for Death, and then I run Frenzy Charge Generation off of Cull, off of marked enemies, and then I have Cull as well. So with this, I usually run this node down here, which is Culling Strike against marked enemies, and then I run Mark on Hit, and it's really powerful. Ooh. Honestly, dude, either build's gonna work for you. It's just preference. They're both really strong builds, and they're both really good at, like, up to 500 depth delve. Yep, Matt, that's it. I got the hookups when it comes to delve, but yeah, it just works. My cold dot build was pretty decent last league too for just pushing sulfite, or azurite, sorry. Oh yeah, yeah, man. If you follow what I've got in the vids and stuff like that, you should be all good. But yeah, you can either do ground slam until Act 4 or SST from level 28, or just level SST to endgame and then get the gear you need because SST scales really well damage wise. Or you can just take Shield Crush early and then just level with Shield Crush. It's really up to you. That's exactly it, man. I reckon this league's gonna be fucking awesome for leveling. If it's tanky, it'll work fine. I haven't looked at his build from a tankability standpoint. If it's running Elementalist, you just need to have a look. If it's got spell suppression built in, that'll be fine. If no spell suppression and no max block or anything, then I'd sort of be questioning it a little bit. Yeah. Oh, dude, Shield Crush is good if you just have to have a little bit of armor on the shield and it just takes off. Like, yeah, no, that's it. I'll have a leveling guide out, which will follow this tree in the next couple of nights. So, yeah, it'll be there, and I'll basically just go exactly what you're seeing on stream right now. I will have act by act the skills, the gear, similar to the EK video that I put up. It'll look exactly the same. And yeah, you'll be able to go, okay, cool. Well, this works. And the best part about doing it on stream is you guys can see, like, this is not a hard build to level up, and I started with nothing, and this is where I'm at already, so. Yeah, that's true. The problem with it is, like, everybody wants, like, a one-click, like, build all the time, and it's like, it can be really good without that. It can be really solid. Thanks for the follow, Chief Keith. Yep. Let's get some Impale. Now we get some Impale. I just skipped that, I never do that. Level am I? I'm at level 28. Either of those is better. Nah, best part is, like, if you're on day one just, like, leveling up nice and chill, like, you can see I'm not really, like, I'm not dying. I'm just sort of just creaming my way through the game nice and easily. And to be honest with you, like, this is the type of league start that I like, where it's just like, the skill is very moderate that you're leveling up with, it's nice and easy, you're not dying all the time, so you're not getting frustrated. Got a few, like, clutch things that you can call on, like, you know, Enduring Cry, that'll keep you alive and work bad moments. Yeah, man, you can do that. Just don't play FP totems. You have a bad time if you play FP totems. I was talking to some buddies about that the other day. Stay away from anyone who's peddling FP totems, any fucking totem build from Hierophant. You just too squishy, you're not going to enjoy it. If you don't have the gear up, it's just not going to be good. Like, when you get the currency, yeah, you switch to Ice Spear to be fine, but up until then, it's just not very good. Yeah, man. The additional health nodes, the impale nodes, like the item skill trees. I'm fucking it. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be a good league. I think like people are gonna realize like the changes made are actually gonna be more beneficial to them than what they ever have been. Okay. Yeah, exactly. So you can't just like, you know, from the grave kill shit anymore. Yeah, FP was bad. So if you have a look at the PoE Ninja stats from FP last league, I did. When I did the research for the first curation video, I had a look and it was like within like 3 to 4 days, a vast majority of the people who started FP canned their FP builds. They didn't exist. So I did a sample of them. It's like every build was fucking ice. Because it was just bad. Like, it's not a bad skill, it's just not... It doesn't hold up. And like, when you're versing enemies that can just like one-tap you all the time, you just die so much and it's just like, fuck this, I'm not gonna play this crap. I haven't got anything linked to that command, man, but there'll be a bit up for this in the next couple nights after I level it. So just for argument's sake, I'm going to go and grab SST because I'm level 28, so I got access to it in this act at the end of this act. Arc is better. Arc is like a real OG totem build, to be honest with you. So, trying to remember, what did we run with SST? So we want faster attacks. We can run SST with what I got there existingly. So I just have to go to the vendor and get a better shield. So, like, arguably, we can say, alright, we'll have a good shield drop, whatever, so just go to Harrigan now. Of course he's got fucking terrible shields. So, if I had just like a rare shield drop, let's just replicate what that might take the form of. So that there. So, I wasn't supposed to do that. So, bleed SST, so, ground slam is 33, well, with that ground slam's 435 unleveled, SST, sorry, we're at level 9, SST is already at like 279 without any levels. Oh, we'll switch to shield. We'll switch to shield crush once we get to Act 4. Just chuck that gem in there. And we just need a one-hander sword. Brutus will still work. So we'll just chuck that in there. Yeah, whatever. So, then we'll just test out SST and see how that feels. Marketplace, stocks, we want to go back. Yeah, man. I work, you know, I work anywhere from 9 to 12 hours a day, so yeah, we just don't have time to play that much PoE, so yeah, you got to be much more selective about the way that you spend your time, as opposed to putting out impractical bullshit that nobody can replicate in a reasonable amount of time. So this is SST unleveled. So, like, once you start dropping levels into this and get this to 4 link, this just slaps hard. Hey Eric, how's it going, dude? Yeah, I know, right? Can't please anybody. So, mining partnership node or any good interesting. Not sure what your question's asking there, dude. Like, if you're looking for like interesting content in Delve, like definitely Crystal King is the goer. Like, this is level 1 SST. This is ridiculous. And this is with a bad shield. This shield has 55 armor. Like, the second we find a bigger tower shield, this will absolutely demolish shit. And we'll find a good shield. So the other thing we need is a sword with global attack speed. Or any other global stats. Thanks for the follow, Zombie Jesus. Awesome name as well, dude. Respect. Feels insane at this level. Oh, literally just life tap and chance to bleed. Nothing major yet. Like, this is just going to be for leveling at this stage. Like, arguably we sit here and just, like, just throw this all day long. Fuck, this helm is OP now. Holy shit. I don't know why I never used this. Yeah, normally would, so you can get access to the skill. Because arguably you would do ground slam until you get to the library and do the social quest, so then you can get access to SST. Because you're not natively going to get SST straight away. And so we'll be able to take the impale nodes there. Merciless skewering. Yeah, that's what I got. So I'm going to say like leveling up through this side of the tree makes sense to me because I want Cull. Oh, dude, shield throw is fucking powerful. Like, nobody plays it because everybody's too busy playing all the other builds that are pedaled. Like, there's so many builds. Like, MBX put out a fucking great video the other day of all of his builds. All his builds still work. It's not the case that the builds don't work, it's the case that the flavor of the month changes. And so, like, the same build gets, like, flogged by the same, like, 5 or 10 creators. And so everybody plays that build. Like, SST is fucking great. It's always been great. It's always scaled so well, like... But the problem is, like, everybody wants to play spellcasters and shit, but look at this, crazy powerful. Like, I don't even have an ascendancy that has, like, native damage. It's all defense. And I got a bad shield on this, too. I always pick unflinching, so I can sustain constant endurance charges. And it's just super defensive, like reses go up, physical damage reduction, regeneration, everything. Just makes playing campaign really easy, and early maps. Oh, basically the same as my shield crush build. And just switch out the melee for main, and that's all you have to do. Same setup, just make sure none of the attributes on the build have melee. You could arguably play it armor stacking, same tree, everything. Get stupid damage out of it. Like, I'll show you actually. I'll just kill this dude and I'll show you the tree. Come on, kill him. Kill him! Fucking... He was really fucking juiced up. So, if I have my tree right, I get 20.8 million DPS, right? So, I could just change out my shield crush. So, shield crush doesn't work with Awaken Multi-Strike, so I'd change it. Spectral shield throw. Gets 1 mil per projectile or shards, and the shield itself hits for 2 mil. And then you could go like anything. So you could go main. And that's 300,000 on that. Impale, melee physical won't work, so you could switch it out with something else that will. I don't know what will. But yeah, you could have a play with it. It would do stupid amounts of damage, so. Like, you could do crazy damage without even trying. No worries, Josh. You have a good one, man. Oh, it'd be Brass Dome. Hands down, Brass Dome. All the way. There's a POB on the video for this, but I'll be doing like a leveling guide for this one, man. Yeah, no. As far as you, like, for the next week, you'll see shit and be like, hey, that looks pretty fucking cool. But yeah, you can play Spectral Shield Throw Raider. Like, and you can scale it cold. I don't know how you do that on Jug, but you could have a look. You could play that with Omniscience. And if you ran that with Omniscience, you get huge amounts of LE Pen. And then you scale cold and then cold, physical conversion to cold. It'd be super powerful. And you freeze enemies, so there's a few different ways. Yeah, it's a fucking good skill. Like, and this is with a trash shield. Like, and it scales based off shield armor, so scaling shield armor, then it's just scaling defense at that point. So, both defense and offense, it's really a good skill. It'll get a bit there, here, because I don't have a good shield and it's level 1. No, I'm playing Shield Crush, I'm just leveling up with SST. Because it's accessible at level 28, so it makes sense. And you see like other builds, you would get to this point and you'd be like, oh, I'm probably going to die from this. Nah, I'm not going to die. And the best part is you can zone out and just like cast on the other side of wherever. And you're all G. The minute ads come into the fray, that it just reflects off and ricochets, and all the shards kill them. So super easy. Yeah, man. Like you could play this champion. You could play Shield Crush with champion, run Impale with Master of Metal and everything. Otherwise, SST, physical SST on champ would work. Like, you know, there are limitations with this, like I haven't tried it on endgame bosses, but arguably you could run it on Gladiator and go bleed pop and just scale bleed and physical damage over time. Which I think Valenia's got a build for that. Nah. There was a time when I used to play champion. I just don't find champion to me feels really lackluster now. It needs a bit of a rework. Similar to Gladiator. I feel like at one point the duelist was really good when steel skills were really cool. When they brought in like bloody, oh, I can't remember what it's called. But now, yeah, that just doesn't feel very good compared to JUGG. JUGG is just so much tankier. Have I played it from level 28? I've tried it from level 28, I wouldn't recommend. I'd generally level up with a different skill until you get to the point where Shield Crush makes sense. So from like Act 4, once Multi-Strike gets into the fray, then it's a lot better. No, it was Call of Steel. Because there was a build that you could play Ground Slam right, and then it would then lay out steel shards, and you could put in the Call of Steel, and then you could pull the shards back in, and it was super powerful. Like you could fucking 3-hit shit with the champion, but they nerfed the shit out of it. They were like too powerful. Oh, SST, man. If you take SST from 28 to maps, you'll be fine. And then you switch to Shield Crush later on. Yep. Gotta say, this feels pretty easy. Yeah, I wouldn't recommend Bleed EQ anymore. EQ in general, wouldn't recommend it. Thanks for the follow, man. When do we start stacking crit on this bad boy? And that's what really pop off. And it's already at 415, so it's already exceeding almost exceeding the damage that Ground Slam is doing at level 9. Without any effort. Could do it. I did try Sunder a little bit when I played Hardcore last, like in 3.20. I wasn't a big fan of it. I just don't think it scales very well late game. Even as a leveling skill, it was pretty mediocre. I remember seeing the video and someone was like, oh, it's a really good leveling skill. I disagree. I think Ground Slam, you're better off playing Ground Slam. Thanks for the follow, Saint. If I had this helm drop, I wouldn't even be worried. Thanks for the sub, Sean. Appreciate it, man. Honestly, dude, I really am. I'm just like, whatever. Easy mode. It's like, there's no challenge here. Oh, Golem's Blood. Yeah, 1000 HP. What's my regen rate? 88 life per second. There's nothing that's going to realistically kill me at this point. It's going to sit here. I would probably do something about that. I wonder if this works with Nimbus, eh? I don't think anyone's tested SST with Nimbus. Wonder if it like double ricochets. That'd be really dope if it did. This is the benefit. You just sit in the corner and just throw fucking shields. 0 effort required. Like, get the fuck off me. Oh yeah, and because once you click on the enemy and it locks, you just don't have to move, you just hold the button down and it'll just target wherever the enemy like flicks around on screen. So see what I mean there? I've got my cursor down there. Easy mode. Fucking easy mode. Let's see if there's a better shield. It's so easy. Fucking no brain mode. So there's a passive skill. There's Forbidden Flesh and Forbidden Flame with a different passive skill called Indomitable Resolve. Try that. You'll probably find you'll be able to sustain all the damage, because what it does, it gives you 10% less overall damage, but you flat take 25% of all damage inbound, so a quarter of your damage goes to nothing. And then roll out with Progenesis, and you probably find you'll be able to kill Ubers with your RF build. And then you just need to find other sources of damage in your build. You should be fine. This shield that's doing 400 only has 55 armor. This is garbage. Absolute dog shit. So here we go. 253 armor. Big fucking increase in DPS. So if we like just say we collected that, right, and we had, I don't know, whatever. So we go from 283, right? Has that got fucking, oh, of course it does. Alright, fair enough. Ditch ground slam. It's not gonna let me get 2 of those. So you could easily get, fuck it, we'll put it in the sword.
Take a look inside your heart. Is it anywhere for me? I won't have to hold my breath till you get down on one knee. Cause funny crying, it was never even love. Did you ever want me? Was I ever
So, oh shit, I need 2 red.
boy's a liar, he doesn't see ya. You're not looking at me, boy. Boy's a liar, boy's a liar.
Okay.
He doesn't see ya. You're not looking at me, boy.
So we go from 283, 407, and that'll buff up to like 600-700 once we're in map. You'd basically be unkillable, and you just dish out stupid amounts of damage. So if we then go to Ebony Barracks, yeah, it's literally scaling defense, and it's easier to get 1,000 armor shield. So now we have 600 DPS, like I said. So that went up 200 DPS just from getting a better shield. And now we just walk through the game. And we're tankier, and we do a shitload of damage. So you just build strength from building defense. It's one of the best fucking setups ever. Yeah, that's it. Just one chaos drop, bam, buy a shield with like fucking, what, 500 to 1,000 armor. And it's just why Shield Crush I find is better than Bone Shatter. Because it's much cheaper to buy a high armor shield than it is to buy, yeah. It's much easier to buy a high armor shield than it is to buy a high attack speed, or high attack damage and attack speed 2-handed axe. So, you know, though you could probably get some cheap ones, but yeah, that's the disadvantage of Bone Shatter, is it relies on a more expensive base weapon. Thanks for the follow, guys. And now he gets to level 2, 637 DPS with SST. Like, basically just cheese through the game. And I'm not doing anything crazy here. Nothing here is unachievable. I've bought everything within the run that I'm in. I haven't tried that, no, but that would make sense. Because the accuracy, or I could just get the accuracy node and deal with it that way. But it's already like, you know, is it worth it? I'm already just breezing through. Yep. Lion's Eye, was it Lion's Eye Remorse? Yeah, this build's just fucking easy mode. I'm not even trying it. And the best thing is you don't have to like individually click on anything. It'll just target and ricochet and kill everything around you, and then you just... Nah, you want an accuracy sword, and you want a sword with like increased attack speed that has global effect. Yep. If you have armor increase, exactly, Travboy. So early on, armor increase nodes, anything that increases shield stat is going to apply to your SST or your Shield Crush. Super fucking powerful for leveling. Same with any stat that applies to your weapon that has a global effect, then that'll apply to your offhand, which will scale off of your SST or Shield Crush again. So that's why I was like, arguably, this is a super powerful build. I'll have to think about that, because I had the same question earlier today about Cyclone. I generally have steered clear from Cyclone because it's expensive to get the cluster jewels that you need to be able to make it work and to get the AoE you need, but I'll have a think about it. I know like Ellie conversion with Trinity makes sense, but I'll have to have a look. I know you can run some pretty good, so a lot of Cyclone builds tend to use Shockwave these days, which you'd need a mace or a stave to be able to pull off. Yep, they both scale. So either one, if you got a good shield, they'll both work equally almost. You just gotta make sure you got the right support skills because they are a little different. One's melee and one's projectile. So make sure it starts there. Yeah, I think he's been in flat Cyclone, not cast on crit. Yeah, I know. Be even crazier on the Saboteur now. Dude, I got respect for that. I got respect. Look, my old man 60 was 60 this year, and he's up at 5 AM playing fucking Call of Duty every single morning. Like, the best way to keep your mind sharp is by playing video games. His comment to me the other day, he sends me a message, he goes, you know, I went to the doctors, they said my mind's still sharp and my reflexes are going well because I play Call of Duty. And he goes, so my advice to you is don't stop playing video games. He goes, take this from a 60-year-old man. And I went, I respect that. Yeah, dude. SST is fucking baller. It's good skill. Man, video games are the best way to stay. You know, I can't imagine a day where I would ever stop playing. And I've dated some people that were like, oh, you play video games? I'm like, yes. They're like, oh, well, that's childish. I'm like, well, this relationship isn't gonna fucking work now, is it? Yeah, man, it's just great. It's good entertainment. Yeah, man, pretty much. I'll have a leveling tree of this done up anyway. So I'm dumping this out act by act with the gearing and everything into POB as I complete each act. So I'll do all 10 acts before we get to Friday, and I'll put a video up before the league launch so you got a full leveling guide to follow and all the gearing options. Similar to that EK video I did. Tried that. I think what makes gaming unique for me is that it's something that I do, but anyway. Man, that's relationship goals. Oh, I know, right? I know, it's crazy. Fucking Love Island and shit. Like, watch Love Island and everything. Oh, okay, so you watch that shit, but you call video games trash. Oh, very interesting. That's it, man. You just gotta do you. You need somebody who's just gonna accept you for you at the end of the day. That's what matters. Yep. Less Prada involved in this. This actually cheeses these enemies. I didn't think it'd be this effective, but this just destroys these guys. Thanks for the follow, Mort Dracula. Yeah, I watch it, I'm like, I don't know how people can stomach that shit, like Love is Blind and all that crap. It's like, these people are not that smart. So like, it's not really Yeah. I can't believe real people, like, those are real people. Like, it just baffles me. The touch of God. Yeah, man. Nah, I'm not gonna do 24-hour stream. I'll probably stream for like maybe 8 hours, something like that, on League launch day. I tried the whole 24-hour stream thing. Yeah, I got to like 22 hours, and I was like, fuck this. Yeah, man. I'm not like, wow, guys, it's chill out, play some PoE, figure out how to level shit up. Well, it's not reality anyway, is it, man? It's just like scripted reality, if you want to call it that. It's reality with a piece of paper attached to it. Nah, that's all good, Snake. That's what I'm here for, man. Make stuff nice and easy and accessible for everyone, so that's fun. It's not fun if you're having to fuck around with tedious shit. That doesn't work. Hey, son, like about this. Hold the button down. Don't worry about shit. It's like, a bit of bleed. That'll be okay. I'm probably gonna die here because, oh no. Woohoo! That was still alive. Come on, put the shield up. There we go. Oh, that's true. I was planning to do EK, but this is going to be the starter now because I'm just having way more fun playing melee. Exactly, man. Ooh, Varsity Blade. Oh, shit! So this is the Cypress Sword that you want. Attacks have 20% chance to cause bleeding and 20% global accuracy. So that's actually a really good sword for this. 22% increased damage while bleeding. So if you're leveling up with Bleed SST, that's a good way to go about it. Yeah, man. I like Pox's approach. I like the fact that he specializes in one thing too. Oh, look at this. Like, just cheese your way through, no effort required. So I don't mind streaming these days because I can actually show, like, you know, this is real, like, this isn't anything special. No leveling uniques or anything in here that weren't achieved outside of this single run's play. Nah, I won't go shield, I go flat on hit, but initially leveling with bleed is always a good option because that dot really gets amped up with physical damage and impale. But like right now, this is really fucking easy mode. Okay. Oh, dude, if you RF as a league starter is a really good build. If you follow Pox's guide, he's got a whole website. Just watch, you know, watch through the video of how he steps you through how to set it up. Basically, you can get it working by Act 3. Oh yeah, leveling's going well, man. We're already in an Act 4. It's just cheesing through now. This is just easy mode. Yeah. I'll take Shield Crush after I get Multi Strike, and that'll make it a hell of a lot easier to level up. Yeah, Pox has a fucking science. He's crafted the entire methodology of RF. Yeah, you'll be fine playing RF, man. Just follow exactly. So the thing you need to know about RF, high regeneration rate of life. Make sure your fire resistance is capped and overcapped. And really you just need these nodes here to do that early on. And this node here, Solar Steel, and you'll be good. But yeah. Yeah, well, that's even better. Dude, Shield SST on Trickster will work perfectly fine. There you go, man. If he said you can get working in Act 2, even better. An AI would not be legit. How my plan, exactly what you can see in this stream is exactly how I'm planning to start. Yeah, no, the mastery you want. Oh, mastery 5. Yeah, okay. Yeah, you could do that. +1. Yeah, that'll work. Anyway, guys, it's 2:30 in the morning, so I got to get my ass into bed because I got to get up in like 4 hours. So I will see you guys tomorrow night, and there'll be more videos coming out tomorrow night as well. Yeah, SST